Welcome back to the Cash Kicks channel for expert sports analysis, the best team picks, total picks, and in-depth breakdowns based on previous performances. Stay ahead of the game with our winning insights. And for even more exclusive parlay picks, check out Channel in membership. Washington Capitals versus Philadelphia Flyers tomorrow night at Xfinity Mobile Arena. The stakes are real and the margin is razor thin. The Washington Capitals arrive at 27-22-7, sitting on 61 points and locked in a tight Metropolitan Division race. The Philadelphia Flyers, 24-20-10 with 58 points, are 3 points back and hunting. This is not just another February game, it's a 4-point swing inside the division. Carolina leads the way with 74, Pittsburgh follows at 67, and right in the middle of the pack sit Washington and Columbus tied at 61. Philadelphia is breathing down their neck. Washington has taken 2 of the first 3 meetings in the season series. Philadelphia stole the last one. Momentum? It's fragile. Positioning? It's critical. This is a statement opportunity for the Capitals to widen the gap, and a chance for the Flyers to tighten the race and make this division even more volatile. The tale of the tape tells you everything about how this one could unfold. Washington leans on Tom Wilson's breakout year. 47 points, 22 goals, 25 assists, and a +20 rating. He's not just scoring, he's dictating play. John Carlson quarterbacks the blue line with 35 assists and 44 points, steady at both ends. Jakob Chychrun carries a team-best +24. Alex Ovechkin is still firing. 156 shots, 22 goals. This offense averages 3.18 goals per game, with a 16.3% power play and a sturdy 78.5% penalty kill. Philadelphia counters with Travis Konechny's dynamic production, 52 points, 22 goals, 30 assists. He drives their tempo. Trevor Zegras brings 47 points and creativity through the middle. Noah Cates anchors the defensive metrics with a +15. The Flyers generate 2.91 goals per game, slightly behind Washington, but their power play clicks at 15.9%, and their penalty kill sits at 78.8%, nearly identical to the Capitals. The margins are thin. Washington allows 2.95 goals per game. Philadelphia allows 3.20. That's the first pressure point. Now the crease. Logan Thompson has been Washington's backbone. 18 wins, a 2.48 goals against average, and a .912 save percentage over 38 games. Calm, efficient. Clay Stevenson is a perfect 1-0, but this is Thompson's net. On the other side, Dan Vladar carries 16 wins with a 2.50 GAA and a .903 save percentage. Samuel Ersson has split time, but Vladar is the stabilizer. The Capitals own the slight edge in save percentage overall, .902 compared to Philadelphia's .881 team mark, and that edge matters in tight division battles. Recent form sharpens the narrative. Washington is grinding out results with a level of composure that reflects a confident group. In their last 5, wins over Carolina, Detroit, Calgary, and Seattle, plus an overtime loss to Edmonton. 4 victories in 5 games tells the story of a team finding solutions in different ways. They're scoring late when it matters most, managing tight third periods, and staying organized in extra frames. Even when the margins are thin, they aren't unraveling. They're leaning on structure, timely goaltending, and opportunistic finishing. That's confidence hockey. Not flashy, but resilient and increasingly difficult to rattle. Philadelphia's last 5 games paint a more complicated picture. There were impressive wins over Colorado and the Islanders, performances that showcase their forecheck and timely finishing. But losses to Los Angeles, Boston, and Columbus exposed cracks. And in 2 of those defeats, they surrendered a combined 13 goals. Defensive lapses are beginning to surface at critical moments, whether through missed assignments in coverage or struggles clearing rebounds. The offense can flash and generate momentum in bursts, yet the overall consistency is wobbling. When structure slips, games tend to unravel quickly, forcing them into chase mode rather than controlled execution. This is where goaltending becomes the heartbeat of the matchup. Thompson has faced more than 1,000 shots this season and turned aside 949 of them. His .912 save percentage reflects steadiness under sustained pressure, and with over 2,200 minutes logged, he's proven capable of carrying a heavy workload without dramatic swings in form. Vladar, meanwhile, has faced 763 shots and stopped 689, but carries a slightly higher goals against average, suggesting less margin for error when defensive coverage breaks down. The Flyers' overall team save percentage of .881 signals vulnerability, particularly when games open up and chances trade at both ends. If this contest turns into a track meet with pace through the neutral zone, Washington's depth scoring and finishing ability could gradually tilt the balance. But Philadelphia can make this physical. Travis Sanheim logs heavy minutes. Garnet Hathaway brings grit. They'll try to disrupt Wilson and Ovechkin along the walls and slow Washington's transition game. Special teams could ultimately tip the balance. Washington's power play has produced 27 goals on the year, while Philadelphia sits close behind with 25, nearly identical output. On the penalty kill, both teams hover around 78%, an indication that neither side holds a decisive statistical advantage. The margins here are razor thin. This matchup is unlikely to be defined by a dominant special teams disparity. Instead, it may hinge on a single timely conversion. One clean entry, one net front screen, or one rebound finish could provide the separation in what projects to be a tightly contested game. The neutral zone battle will likely dictate the rhythm of this game. Sabres thrives when there's open ice to maneuver, using deception and lateral movement to create controlled entries and quick strike chances. Carlson, however, excels at closing that space with strong gap control and an active stick, disrupting plays before they fully develop. If Washington establishes its forecheck early and forces hurried decisions, they can hem the Flyers in and exploit that 3.20 goals against average with sustained zone time. If Philadelphia clogs passing lanes through the middle and turns the contest into dump-and-chase hockey, they can frustrate Wilson's line, slow the tempo, and generate counterattacks off turnovers. Watch the third period. Washington's plus-minus leaders show disciplined late-game structure. Philadelphia has been more volatile, big wins, but heavy losses. Situational awareness favors the Capitals right now. And here's the X factor: Dylan Strome's 45 points and creative playmaking touch. He sees seams develop before they fully open, and his patience with the puck can pull defensive coverage out of shape. If he draws secondary attention away from Wilson, that opens the weak side for quick strike opportunities and backside finishes. For Philadelphia, Owen Tippett's shot volume, 143 attempts, serves as the pressure trigger. He doesn't hesitate to fire from dangerous areas, forcing defenders to respect his release. If he's given time and space, his ability to generate rebounds and clean looks can flip momentum instantly and tilt the flow of play. This feels like a controlled, playoff-style divisional game. Tight checking early, goaltenders settling in, one mistake magnified. Still, I will go with Flyers. After analyzing both teams, my first pick for this match is Philadelphia Flyers winner. Washington's edge in defensive stability, goaltending efficiency, and recent form carries weight. They're rolling, they're confident, and they've shown they can close tight games. Philadelphia will push, Konechny will make his presence felt. But over 60 minutes, the Capitals' structure and composure tip the balance. My second pick for this match is total over 5.5. Buffalo Sabres versus Tampa Bay Lightning. The Buffalo Sabres arrive at 31-18-5, sitting at 67 points in the Atlantic Division. Just ahead of them, the Tampa Bay Lightning, 35-14-4, with 74 points and firm control near the top of the standings. 7 points separate these two clubs. One game could tighten that race or widen it. Tampa Bay has been dominant at home, 16-9-0 in their own building. Buffalo has held its own on the road at 14-11-2. The Lightning are trying to protect position. The Sabres are hunting ground. This isn't just another February matchup. This is a measuring stick game between two playoff-caliber teams with elite firepower and something to prove. The regular season series has already delivered drama, and now we get Game 4. Momentum hangs in the balance. Buffalo's offense runs through Tage Thompson, and it runs fast. Thompson leads the Sabres with 56 points, including 28 goals and 28 assists, firing 188 shots and converting at nearly 15%. He's the trigger man. He's the focal point. And when he's skating downhill, this team plays with pace and confidence. Rasmus Dahlin drives the blue line with 33 assists and 44 points, logging heavy minutes north of 24 per night. He's the quarterback, the puck distributor, the engine from the back end. Alex Tuch has added 47 points with a team-best plus 15 among top forwards, giving Buffalo balance and physical edge. As a team, the Sabres are producing 3.37 goals per game, while allowing 3.04. Their power play clicks at 19.6%. The penalty kill stands strong at 82.8%. Respectable numbers, competitive numbers, but not overwhelming. Nikita Kucherov is operating at another level. 86 points in just 49 games, 28 goals, 58 assists, a shooting rate over 19%. He's surgical with the puck. Every touch threatens. Every shift shifts momentum. Jake Guentzel brings 57 points. Brandon Hagel has 52. Darren Radish from the blue line has 49 and a plus 17 rating. This is layered offense. Relentless depth. Tampa averages 3.49 goals per game, better than Buffalo, while allowing just 2.53. That defensive number is elite. Their power play hums at 22.0%. The penalty kill kills at 84.2%. That's a dangerous combination. Pressure on the advantage, discipline when short-handed. In tight games, that edge matters. Defensively, Buffalo leans on Dahlin and Bowen Byram for shot suppression and puck movement. Matthias Samuelsson brings a plus 28 rating and steady presence. But Tampa counters with Victor Hedman's 20-plus minutes nightly and Radish's two-way efficiency. Tampa's blue line isn't just surviving, it's dictating. For Buffalo, Alex Lyon leads the crease conversation with 13 wins, a 2.64 goals against average, and a .913 save percentage across 25 games. He's provided steadiness and timely saves, particularly when the team structure holds in front of him. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen has appeared in 21 contests and carries a .903 save percentage. Respectable, but more variable when games open up. Both are solid and capable of delivering strong nights, yet neither has clearly separated as a dominant, momentum-stealing presence. In high-leverage moments, consistency remains the question rather than raw talent. Tampa Bay answers with Andrei Vasilevsky, 25 wins, a sparkling 2.12 goals against average, and a .919 save percentage across 35 appearances. The numbers reflect more than just form. They signal control. As a team, the goaltending group has combined for 11 shutouts this season, underscoring their defensive backbone. But Vasilevsky alone provides a calming presence when momentum shifts. When the ice tilts and pressure mounts, he doesn't scramble or overextend. He stays square, tracks through traffic, and absorbs second chances before they turn chaotic. That composure radiates outward, allowing Tampa to reset, regroup, and trust their structure even in high-leverage moments. In a matchup of explosive forwards, goaltending discipline becomes the silent difference. Buffalo is coming off a mixed stretch that perfectly captures their season's volatility. They've gone 3-2 in their last 5, highlighted by a 5-0 statement win over Toronto and a confident 4-1 victory against Montreal. Performances where their speed and finishing were on full display. In those games, they dictated tempo and played with assertiveness in all 3 zones. But they've also dropped contests to Montreal and Los Angeles, showing how quickly structure can unravel. At times, they surge with pace and confidence. At times, they stall under pressure. Defensive consistency, particularly in coverage and late-game management, remains the lingering question. Tampa Bay is grinding through a demanding stretch, but they're still finding ways to stay dangerous. 3 wins in their last 5, including a 6-5 thriller over Boston and a convincing 4-1 win against Winnipeg, highlight their offensive ceiling when the pace rises. They've stumbled in tighter contests, dropping close games to Columbus and Utah, where small defensive lapses proved costly. Still, the defining trait remains their response. When momentum shifts against them, they counter quickly with skill and puck movement. The offense keeps punching back, and even in games that wobble, they rarely stay quiet for long. The trend line favors Tampa's stability. Buffalo's ceiling is high, but their margin for error is thinner. Neutral zone control will be critical in determining the flow of this matchup. Tampa Bay thrives on structured transitions, quickly turning turnovers into controlled rush chances for Nikita Kucherov and Brandon Hagel, who excel at attacking with speed and precision off the wing. Their ability to read pressure and slip into soft ice makes even small neutral zone mistakes costly. Buffalo, meanwhile, wants pace straight through the middle. Clean, quick outlets from Rasmus Dahlin and early zone entries that allow Tage Thompson to unleash his release before coverage can set. If Tampa clogs lanes and forces lateral movement, they'll dictate tempo. If Buffalo breaks through cleanly, the game could open up in a hurry. If Buffalo stays out of the penalty box, they can keep this even. But if Tampa's power play gets multiple looks, that 22% efficiency becomes a looming threat. Watch Rasmus Dahlin versus Kucherov when they share the ice. Watch Thompson against Hedman in 5-on-5 situations. Those micro matchups will tilt possession. And keep your eye on the third period because that's where this matchup could tilt. Tampa allows just 2.53 goals per game for a reason. They know how to close. Their structure tightens late, gaps shrink, and passing lanes disappear as they protect the middle of the ice. They don't chase, they manage. Buffalo, meanwhile, is averaging over 3 goals allowed per game and has shown visible cracks when trying to protect leads. Coverage can loosen, clears don't always connect, and momentum can swing quickly. If this game is tight entering the final frame, Tampa's poise could become the defining factor. After analyzing both teams, my first pick for this match is Tampa Bay Lightning winner. The Lightning's special teams execution, superior goals against structure, and the steady presence of Vasilevsky in net provide the decisive edge. Buffalo will generate chances, Thompson always does, but over 60 minutes, Tampa's defensive discipline and finishing depth win out. My second pick for this match is total over 5.5. Toronto Maple Leafs versus Edmonton Oilers, tomorrow night at Rogers Place. 2 heavyweights collide under the bright Alberta lights. Toronto skates in at 25-21-9, clinging to 59 points and battling in the Atlantic Division standings where every inch matters. Edmonton stands taller at 28-28 with 64 points, holding second in the Pacific and protecting home ice with a 15-9-4 record. This is not just another February game. It's a momentum test for Toronto and a statement opportunity for Edmonton. The Maple Leafs are grinding through a tight Eastern race, trying to keep pace in a division where Tampa Bay and Detroit have built separation. The Oilers, meanwhile, are chasing Vegas while fending off Seattle and Anaheim. 5 points separate Edmonton from the Pacific Summit. 5 points also separate Toronto from sliding further down the Atlantic ladder. Urgency is real. The numbers lean slightly toward the home side, deeper scoring punch, stronger recent form, but this matchup is built for drama. Toronto brings 3.24 goals per game. Edmonton answers with 3.45. The Leafs surrender 3.44 per night. The Oilers allow 3.25. The margins are razor thin. Special teams could tilt everything. Toronto converts at 17.6% on the power play with a penalty kill of 83.5%. Edmonton's man advantage is more explosive at 31.2%, though its penalty kill sits at 78.7%. One unit is opportunistic, the other is aggressive and lethal. That contrast defines this game. The offensive firepower jumps off the page. William Nylander drives Toronto with 48 points, 17 goals, and 31 assists, firing 80 shots. Austin Matthews owns 26 goals and 191 shots, a relentless trigger man who can flip the ice in one shift. John Tavares has 45 points, Matthew Knies 44, and Oliver Ekman-Larsson adds 33 from the blue line. Bobby McMahon's 40 penalty minutes signal a willingness to grind in the hard areas. But Edmonton counters with the league's most dangerous engine. Connor McDavid has 95 points, 34 goals, 61 assists, and he's doing it at 16.3% shooting efficiency with 208 shots. Leon Draisaitl sits at 78 points. Evan Bouchard contributes 60 from the back end, and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins adds 44. This is layered scoring. This is depth with bite. Darnell Nurse leads with 81 penalty minutes, bringing edge to a defense that also features Matthias Ekholm at plus 18. Between the pipes, the comparison is fascinating. Joseph Woll carries 12 wins, a .909 save percentage, and a 2.96 goals against average. Dennis Hildeby has been efficient in limited action with a .912 save percentage. Anthony Stolarz owns 6 wins and a 3.67 GAA. Toronto's team save percentage sits at .898. Edmonton's crease tells a slightly different story. Stuart Skinner leads with 11 wins and a 2.83 GAA, though his save percentage rests at .891. Calvin Pickard has 5 wins. Connor Ingram brings a .901 mark and a 2.55 GAA in 12 appearances. Overall, Edmonton's team save percentage is .885. The Oilers allow more rubber through, but they compensate with scoring surges. Now consider the recent form. Toronto's last 5, a 3-2 win over Vancouver, but losses to Minnesota, 5-2, Buffalo, 7-4, Colorado, 4-1, and Vegas, 6-3. The defense has cracked under pressure, surrendering 24 goals in those 4 defeats. The offense is producing 13 goals across the last 5, but not enough to mask breakdowns. Edmonton, meanwhile, is surging. A 7-3 statement win over Minnesota. A 4-3 overtime triumph against San Jose. A 7-4 victory over Anaheim. A 6-5 overtime grinder against Washington. Even in a 6-2 loss to Pittsburgh, they pushed pace. They've scored 26 goals in 5 games. That's not rhythm. That's an avalanche. So we arrive at the goaltender duel, the game within the game. If Woll gets the nod, Toronto leans on his .909 composure and 724 saves. He's steady, square, disciplined. Skinner, if called upon, has faced 570 shots and made 508 saves, battling through traffic and chaos. The difference may not be in raw numbers, but in defensive support. Toronto has allowed 1,508 shots this season. Edmonton has conceded 1,666. Volume matters, fatigue matters, rebound control matters. Tactically, this game screams pace versus structure. Toronto's priority must be compressing the neutral zone and protecting the slot, eliminating clean lanes through the middle. They simply cannot allow Connor McDavid to generate speed through the middle third, where he's most dangerous attacking with options on either flank. While Austin Matthews versus McDavid headlines the marquee duel, the deeper layers may decide control. John Tavares matching up against Ryan Nugent-Hopkins in face-off and possession battles, and Oliver Ekman-Larsson managing gaps against Evan Bouchard on retrievals and breakouts could quietly tilt territorial play. Depth minutes, controlled exits, and disciplined positioning may matter more than star flashes. Special teams loom large in this matchup, and the numbers underline just how pivotal they could be. Edmonton's 31.2% power play is a loaded weapon. Decisive puck movement, quick rotations, and elite finishers who need only a half second to convert. Toronto's penalty kill, operating at 83.5%, must be airtight in its clears and disciplined in its lanes to avoid extended zone time. Conversely, the Leafs' 17.6% power play has to make the most of limited opportunities, especially with Edmonton's penalty kill sitting at a vulnerable 78.7%. Clean entries and net front traffic will be essential. Whichever unit blinks first may find itself chasing the scoreboard all night. Physicality will escalate as the game tightens. Edmonton leans on the presence of Darnell Nurse and Matthias Ekholm, two defenders who bring weight, reach, and authority to the back end. They close gaps forcefully, finish checks, and make the crease uncomfortable. Toronto counters with grit from Bobby McMahon and balanced deployment across 4 lines, spreading energy to avoid late-game drop-offs. In a matchup like this, the difference may not come from highlight plays, but from details. A key defensive zone face-off win, a smart chip off the glass, disciplined line changes. Face-offs, stamina, and third-period composure are the small hinges that swing big doors. And here's the X factor: shooting volume. Edmonton has generated 1,666 shots on the year compared to Toronto's 1,508, a sizable gap that reflects stylistic differences. The Oilers fire from everywhere, attacking off the rush, from the cycle, and through layers of traffic to manufacture chaos and second opportunities. Volume creates fatigue, broken coverage, and rebound scrambles that can tilt momentum quickly. If that pressure mounts early, Toronto's defense could find itself scrambling again. But if the Leafs establish puck possession, control exits cleanly, and slow the tempo through the neutral zone, they can quiet the building, manage matchups, and dictate how the game unfolds. After analyzing both teams, my first pick for this match is Edmonton Oilers winner, The Difference. Special teams precision and offensive depth. McDavid's line forces mismatches, the power play converts, and the Oilers' recent scoring surge overwhelms a Toronto defense that's searching for stability. The Leafs will push, Matthews will threaten, Nylander will create. But at home, with momentum surging and a power play humming above 30%, Edmonton has the sharper edge. My second pick for this match is total over 5.5.